Good morning. Thank you all for coming to my press conference today. Huge announcement only seconds away. As many of you know, though, Invisalign has partnered with the NFL this season as our official clear aligner provider. It's been a tough year in the league, lots of injuries, a lot of difficulties due to the pandemic. So as of 8 a.m. this morning, I am announcing that I am a free agent. So any and all teams who are interested can now contact my agent. Okay, are there any questions? Brandy.
Brandy from HGTV. Isn't it true that you are in fact old enough to be Tom Brady's father?
No, though technically I'm old enough to be his uncle. And it's also true that I'm old enough to be every other player in the NFL's father, just not Tom Brady. Okay, Laurel.
Laurel from National Geographic. What is your plan for training? You seem to have gained some weight recently, and not the good kind.
I'm gaining weight? That's insane. So I'm getting a lot of pointers from my brother, Russell Wilson.
Wait, Tiffany with Golf Digest. So you're saying Seahawks, Russell Wilson is your brother?
I mean, not exactly. So my brother Kyle, sometimes we call him Russell. So I guess I'm being trained by Kyle Russell Wilson, not Russell Wilson of the Seahawks. He's pretty good though. Charity.
Charity with BBC, have you lost your marbles?
No, they're right here. Michelle.
Michelle with Netflix Addicts. You haven't played competitively since 1987, yet the press release states that you played football at Northwestern.
Oh, sorry, that's a typo. That should say near Northwestern, not at. A bunch of us dental students used to play sand football every weekend down there. My agent tells me that I can't say that I'm the GOAT of sand football in general. I can say that I'm the GOAT of that specific, not even the entire beach, but that specific section of that specific beach. So for that specific section of that beach, I'm the GOAT of sand football. Often throwing 15 to 20, 50-yard plus touchdown bombs per game. And my lifetime QBR was 279.
Giselle from the Toy Network. Weren't you playing with Nerf football?
I mean, yes, okay, most of the time. But to be fair, that's not a lot different than playing with slightly deflated real footballs. Lindy.
Yes. Lindy with National Facial Hair Association of America. Your
2 and 7.
fantasy league, despite having Patrick Mahomes not demonstrating a very high football IQ, how do you account for that?
Well, in my defense, I do know a lot about football. It's the Fitz's beard. I mean, I think most of the attention in the NFL is focused on his beard right now. It's really distracting. I mean, it's magnificent, but it's really distracting. It's not Eric Weekland good yet, but, you know, it's getting close. Mary.
Mary with Cupcake Wars. How do you respond to allegations of steroid use?
You know that question's out of bounds. But I mean, look at me. Those must be some terrible steroids. I'd also like to point to the sign that's on the cabinet in my garage. Tanya.
Tanya with Garden World. Do you have any sponsors or endorsements yet?
Nike won't return my calls or emails, which is really weird because I know a ton of people that work there. Also, based on my physique and my training routine, Popeyes is very interested.
Hi, Tori with Food Network. Your orthopedic surgeon has called your shoulder injury a significant tear that absolutely requires surgery immediately, if not sooner. How do you plan to address that?
Physiotape. Lots of physiotape. I'm also experimenting with Gorilla Glue and Flex Seal. Any other questions? Jan.
Thank you. Jan Shannon with Orthodontics Today, Advertising Magazine, your source for ortho products and news. What is your time in the 40?
Well, that's a good question. I don't exactly know the answer to that. I mean, I started at Monday, and I got about 30 yards, and I had to stop, but I did mark my place. And so tomorrow I plan to finish it, and then I will let you know what my time is. I'm assuming it's super fast, though. Also important for everybody to know that Merrill Hodge and Taysom Hill both came from my high school.
So have you been compared to those two players?
Oh my gosh, no. In fact, there are legal documents that state that I cannot compare myself to those two players. I just wanted to point out that they went to my high school. All right, we got to wrap it up here pretty soon. Are there any more questions that don't relate to my pandemic mullet? Okay, all right. All right, well, thank you all for coming this morning, and I look forward to seeing you out on the field.
Weren't you caught playing with the football?
Okay, say that again. Do that one more time. I wasn't ready, sorry.
How do you plan to address that?
Oh, Chase, were you holding the microphone?
No. Sorry.
What is your time in the 40?
It's a lot of pauses in that. What? It's like William Shatner.
What
What is?
is your time?